You're a surgeon, not the glamorous kind people imagine when they think of white coats and prestige. Not the kind that walks into a room and gets applause. You're the kind that's been ground down by reality. 10 years of medical school. Residency shifts so brutal they blurred together into one long, sleepless nightmare. Nights where coffee stopped working and your hands kept moving anyway. You gave everything. Time, energy, youth. And what did you get? Debt. Crushing, suffocating debt. The kind that doesn't just sit on your shoulders, it wraps around your throat and tightens every time you try to breathe. Student loans that feel less like education and more like a lifetime sentence. Malpractice insurance that eats into your paycheck like a parasite. A salary that sounds impressive to outsiders but barely holds your life together behind the scenes. You did everything right. You saved lives. You stitched up trauma victims at 3 a.m. You stood in operating rooms for hours, sweat soaking through your scrubs while someone's entire existence depended on the steadiness of your hands. You pulled people back from the edge, sometimes literally dragging them out of death. And still, you're 42 years old. Divorced. Your ex-wife took half of what little you had left. Retirement isn't a plan, it's a fantasy. Vacations don't exist. The closest thing you get to a break is picking up an extra shift in the ER because you need the money. The system didn't just fail you. It used you, and now it's slowly discarding you. Today feels like every other day. You're sitting in the surgeon's lounge, halfway through a cup of coffee that tastes like burnt regret. The fluorescent lights hum overhead. Your body feels heavy, like it's running on fumes in habit alone. Then your phone buzzes. Unknown number. Normally, you'd ignore it. You don't have the energy for spam calls or wrong numbers. But something you can't explain, makes you answer. Hello. The voice on the other end is calm, smooth, professional, straight to the point. He says he represents certain clients. Clients with specific medical needs. Needs that, according to him, cannot be met through traditional channels. You already know where this is going. You should hang up. You should report this. But then he says a number. Not for a consultation. Not for ongoing work. For a single procedure. The number is so large it doesn't feel real. More zeros than you've ever seen attached to your name. And just like that, your brain starts doing the math. One procedure. Just one. You could pay off your debt. Clear everything. Start over. Maybe even sleep at night without that constant pressure in your chest. You tell him you'll think about it. He says you have 24 hours. You don't sleep that night. Not even for a minute. You pace your apartment, back and forth, like a trapped animal. The walls feel closer than usual. The air feels heavier. You think about the oath. Do no harm. You think about your patients. The ones you saved. The ones you lost. Then your thoughts shift to the hospital administrator who denied your raise while buying his third vacation home. To the insurance companies that dictate your decisions like they're the ones holding the scalpel. To the life you're living, and the one you're not. By morning, the answer is already decided. When you call back, your voice is steady. You say yes. The instructions are simple. A private clinic. Cash payment. No questions. You're performing a kidney transplant. They assure you the donor is consenting. You don't ask for proof. The place looks nothing like what you expected. It's not dark, not dirty, not hidden in some alley. It looks like a luxury spa. Clean, quiet, state-of-the-art equipment that makes your hospital feel outdated. A nurse hands you scrubs. She doesn't look at you. That's the first red flag. You ignore it. The procedure is routine. You've done hundreds of these. Your hands move on instinct. Precision. Muscle memory. Inside, your conscience is screaming. Outside, you're perfect. The donor is stable. The recipient is ready. 3 hours later, it's done. Clean. Efficient. Successful. A man in an expensive suit hands you an envelope. You feel the weight of it. It's real. More money than you've made in months. You walk out knowing something has changed. And there's no going back. For 2 weeks, you pretend it never happened. You go back to your normal shifts. You save lives. You lose lives. You deposit the cash slowly, carefully, and with each payment, the pressure lifts. It feels good, too good. Then your phone rings again. This time, they want a liver transplant. Double the money. You hesitate. 5 seconds. Then you say yes. That's the moment. Not the first surgery. Not the money. That decision. That's when the line disappears. Over the next year, you become their surgeon. Kidneys, livers, corneas. Once, a heart. That one stays with you. You don't sleep for 3 days after. You tell yourself it's different. These aren't back alley operations. These are clean, professional, controlled. You tell yourself the donors are consenting. You tell yourself the recipients need this. You tell yourself a lot of things. The money piles up, your life improves. Better apartment, better car. You start sleeping again, almost. Then comes the job that changes everything. A full harvest, multiple organs, one donor. You've done this before, but something feels wrong. You ask questions. They don't answer. You push. They push back. A man shows you a photo. Your home, your life. That's when you understand. You're not working with them. You belong to them. You do the surgery. 6 hours. You don't look at the face. You can't. After that, everything changes. You stop pretending. You stop justifying. You are what you are. 3 months later, you try to quit. They beat you. Not enough to kill you. Just enough to remind you. Then the photos arrive. Your family, your colleague, everyone you care about. Now they belong to them too. So you go back, and for 2 years, you become their ghost, until the kid, 16, taken off the street, perfect match. You say no. For the first time, you mean it. They break your hand, your career, your illusion, and finally, you tell someone, the FBI, a deal, immunity, for cooperation. You go back in, one last time, 6 months of hell, recording everything, smiling at monsters, being one. Then the raid, doors explode, chaos, arrests. It's over, but not for you. The trial makes you a hero. But you know the truth. Witness protection, new name, new life, no scalpel, never again. 5 years later, you're alive. That's it, just alive. No redemption, no peace, just memory. Because the truth is simple. It only takes one choice, one moment, one rationalization, to become someone you never thought you could be. And the worst part, if you were back in that lounge, same debt, same life, same phone call, you might still answer, because survival doesn't care about morality. And once you cross that line, you don't come back clean. If you want, I can now.